Hey everyone, and welcome back to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. My name is Safia, and today I'm sharing a card that I made using Pinkfresh Studio's Butterflies in Bloom stamp set and die. I'm also going to be using the Fawn Lacy rectangle Stackables dies. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm doing here is I'm using some pink vellum paper, and it's actually shimmery as well. So it's pink shimmer vellum paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this big flower stamp and I'm going to emboss this onto that vellum paper. Just wanted to do something a little bit different today. I've seen lots of samples with this set, and I thought that I would do something a little bit different. I didn't want to use the stencils. I've colored lots of flowers for you guys, and so yeah, just thought I'd do something different. So just make sure that shiny side of the shimmer paper is up, and then go ahead and start embossing that. So I'm using some clear ink Versamark to stamp down my image. And I went ahead and did it a second time just to make sure that it was stamped properly, just because that paper is a little bit sticky, or smooth, and I wanted to make sure that I was getting a really good imprint of that stamp. And so that's why it's best to use the MISTI in this situation. I apologize for my voice, you guys. I'm a little bit sick today, and so this is what you're going to have to deal with. So now I'm just using some white embossing powder, and I'm going to sprinkle that all over that sheet of paper. I like putting a blank sheet of paper underneath. This is the easiest way for me. Just reach for a scrap and then empty the scrap into your embossing folder container when you're done. And I'm using my heat gun to emboss it from the back. And I find when you do it that way, there's less chance that that embossing powder is going to spread and smudge. So now I'm just using the coordinating die to die cut that out. And this is the finished pieces, and they're so beautiful. I thought they looked really good. So initially I thought I was going to do a monochromatic card, but then I decided to add some color. And so I've pulled out this piece of paper from Craft Consortium, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut that down to size. So we're going to do 4 1/4 by 5, and I really liked how it looked horizontally, and so I cut the paper horizontally. And then because there's so many choices of color in there, and it includes that pink, I thought that that would just make the pink flowers pop right on top. So now we're just going to go ahead and put all of this together. So I'm starting with the patterned paper panel, and I'm going to glue that down onto my card base. The easiest way to do this is I like to, just kind of do hit it down onto my table so everything is lined up on at least 2 sides. And then if you have any excess, just go ahead and cut that off. So now I'm taking some Distress ink, and I believe that's Speckled egg. And I'm just going to put some of that onto my cardstock. It was looking a little bit too plain for me, and I always like to texturize my paper. And so I decided to put a little bit of that blue shadow in the background. It also matches up with my patterned paper. And then once I was done with that, I took some of that ink and just put it onto my my glass mat in the background there, and also onto a little white acrylic block. And I just took some water and put some splatter on there. After I added my splatter, I decided it would look cool if I added some gold splatter as well. And so I'm just going to use my gold watercolor paint to add a little bit of gold to the background there as well. I did notice that I was a little bit more heavy-handed on the top right corner there, but I was okay with that. it still looks really good. And now I'm just putting down that giant flower piece. For that, I'm using some foam squares. I just have the little ones sitting out right now, and so I decided to use those. And then decided where I was going to put that on my little rectangular frame. This is the second size down of the rectangular frames, by the way, if just in case you're wondering. And then I also used dimensionals to put the butterflies around that set of flowers. So once that was done, I used some dimensionals to put that down onto my card base. And then I used the Celebrate All You Have Become greeting, and I put that down with some twine in behind it. Now I lost a little bit of my footage, and so that's why you didn't see that part, so I apologize for that, but that's literally all I did is I stamped that greeting, and then I used the coordinating die to cut it out. And the last thing I did was use some embellishments to add onto there just to finish off my card. I started by putting the bigger embellishments at the bottom and then some smaller ones at the top, just to make it look like those ones on top are a little bit far away. And I decided to use 5 of them. These embellishments are really cute. They're also from Craft Consortium, and they come in a variety of sizes, so it makes it really easy. So that is my finished card for you today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, go ahead and subscribe to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. I will also link up a couple of different videos for you above, and make sure you check those out. Our designers are pretty awesome, and they work hard to make these projects for you guys. So check them out. Have a good day. Bye.